Ben and Erin Napier may be the picture of Southern charm and small-town love on HGTV, but behind the scenes, their rise to fame has come with a steep, painful cost. One that's been quietly unfolding far from the spotlight. Their show Hometown was never supposed to be about celebrity. It began with a simple mission: to save the soul of Laurel, Mississippi, one home at a time. And they did just that. With paintbrushes in hand and kindness in their hearts, they brought national attention to a town many had never heard of. We frequently post videos on topics like this, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to stay informed and never miss an update. They gave viewers something pure and comforting, a warm place to return to week after week. But fame, no matter how gentle it looks on the surface, carries shadows that even the most wholesome home renovation can't fix. It started with admiration, then came obsession. A chilling turning point came when a man, not from Laurel, moved into town, obsessed with the Napiers. According to a shopkeeper who spoke candidly with visitors, the man claimed he was there to protect the women of Laurel. More disturbingly, he focused on the Napiers' young daughter, going so far as to buy toys for her and suggest she play at his house. The Napiers were forced to seek a restraining order for their family's safety. But the fear didn't stop there. In a separate incident, someone armed with an AR-15 rifle was found trespassing on their property. A terrifying event that shook the couple's sense of security. Following these events, Ben and Erin stopped visiting many of the local spots they used to love and eventually relocated farther outside of town. Still near Laurel, but distant enough to reclaim some sense of privacy and peace. And that's only part of the story. Beyond physical safety, the Napiers now face the quieter, crueler storm of public opinion. In today's culture of constant judgment and armchair criticism, the couple has found themselves on the receiving end of accusations that they're not as real as they once seemed. Some online critics claim that Ben isn't as involved in the craftsmanship shown on screen, saying he's only in the woodshop long enough to shoot a scene or pose for a photo. Others argue that the couple has become too polished, too scripted, too manufactured. They're not how they appear on TV, one commenter claimed. And yet, not everyone agrees. Locals who've met them often share a different version. Ben is exactly the same in person. Warm, kind, incredibly down-to-earth, one local said. The town genuinely loves him. Erin is more reserved, but still very much respected. They're both deeply rooted in their church and community. Even a person who worked on their homes for an episode noted a difference between what we see on screen and who they are privately. They're not quite like they are on camera, but they're still really nice people. This discrepancy between the television version of the Napiers and the real-life couple has opened the door for more criticism. And at the heart of that critique is something more complicated than just personality differences. As one thoughtful viewer observed, when she started, Erin was a modern Southern woman. Educated, proud of her town, but relatable. Now she's morphed into this overly folksy caricature. She talks like a 2025 version of a trad wife Scarlett O'Hara, soaking up time with her kids like a Raisin Bran and whole milk. It's a bit much. It feels like an exaggerated version of Southern nostalgia crafted to sell small-town life while earning millions that actually distance her from it. It's a sharp critique. But it also highlights something deeper, something that many people forget. Ben and Erin are not just living their lives. They're working on television. And in television, you don't get to be 100% yourself. There are producers, there are scripts, there are branding meetings and marketing strategies and sponsors. They are expected to embody a vision, a vibe, an aesthetic. Sometimes that aesthetic demands more than what's natural. So maybe Erin didn't always speak in porch swing metaphors or reference her mama's biscuits in every episode. But when you're creating a brand that represents home, tradition, and comfort, those things sell. Those things are safe, and those things are carefully curated. The pressure to perform Southern charm is real. So while some may call it fake or phony, others might see it for what it is, a survival strategy in a business that demands polished personas. Meanwhile, the expectations continue to mount. The audience wants authenticity, but also entertainment. They want stars to be accessible, but never make mistakes. They want Erin to be relatable, but also a style icon. They want Ben to build every single cabinet from scratch, even if it's physically impossible with their production schedule. But the downsides of fame aren't just judgment or even obsession. For the Napiers, they've also come in the form of flat-out falsehoods, rumors, fake news, and even scams. As their fame grew, so did the misinformation. At various times, rumors have circulated about Erin's health, suggesting she was battling serious illness. Other times, fabricated stories claimed Ben was involved in legal trouble or under investigation. But the most disturbing scandal they've been dragged into came from a scam so convincing it fooled thousands. A fake advertisement began making rounds online, claiming that Ben Napier was endorsing a line of weight loss gummies. The scam was carefully crafted using edited photos and made-up quotes, suggesting that Ben's noticeable recent weight loss was thanks to these miracle gummies. Given that Ben had in fact slimmed down considerably through dedicated exercise and diet, many fans believed the ad was real and purchased the product, thinking they were supporting him. But the entire thing was a lie. Ben and Erin eventually had to go public with a statement, warning fans that the endorsement was entirely fake. They explained that Ben was not, and never had been, affiliated with any weight loss supplement. His transformation, they clarified, was the result of months of hard work, healthy eating, and commitment, not some quick fix product. Still, the damage had already been done. Some fans lost money. Others felt betrayed, even though the Napiers themselves were victims of identity misuse. It was a hard lesson in how dangerous fame can be, when even your name and image can be stolen to manipulate others. And yet through all of it, the stalkers, the scams, the online rumors, the criticism, and the impossible expectations, Ben and Erin Napier keep showing up for their community, for their family, for the town that gave them a story worth telling. What gets lost in all of this is that Ben and Erin Napier never asked to be celebrities. They set out to build homes and protect a town they love. And now, they're left juggling the weight of fame, the pressure to please everyone, and the very real need to protect their family. Yet through it all, the stalkers, the critiques, the public scrutiny, they remain committed to their values, committed to Laurel, committed to their daughters. And maybe that's the part of their story we should hold on to. Because behind the charming edits and pastel paint swatches are two people trying to navigate an impossible balance, being real in a world that constantly demands more performance. So the next time someone says, they're not who they seem on TV, maybe the answer is, of course not. No one is. But what matters is that behind the lens, through the highs and lows, Ben and Erin Napier are still standing together, still working, still loving, and still choosing to stay in the town that started it all,